Hey, Inquirer followers. My name is Derrick Cain from Resolve Philly and special correspondent for the Inquirer. And today on our Live at Lunch, we have your fave trash man, Terrill Haigle. And we're going to talk to him about the new creative ways he's tackling Philly environmental challenges and just to kind of talk about what he's been up to and also talk about his new app. Yeah, he's got a new app, y'all. It's called Glitter. So we're going to talk about that. He's got a lot going on. So we're going to definitely have a whole lot to talk about. So we're going to wait for him to join, and then we are about to roll. And here he is. Should be joining. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Having some more technical difficulties. They can be used to this Instagram. Send him a request, and we go. Now it's saying it's not enabled. Try it again. I'm try this one more time, guys. Sorry. Just trying to get this thing again. You try to send me another one. There we go. Yeah. No, it's I've been doing this now for a little bit, and it's always something. I tell you. How you doing, man? How you doing today? We got we got your fave trash man here, y'all. How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
I'm doing all right, man. As usual, you got to work through the kinks, I tell you. So, I just kind of want to get into it real quick, man, because you're doing so much. I don't even know where to keep up, and I know our followers feel the same way. So, if we can kind of get into, now you're not currently working with the sanitation department no more, right?
No, I resigned in February.
Right. So we kind of can we kind of go back to February, kind of feel from where you got from there into kind of where the introduction of glitter started.
Okay. Nice. Can I add some light? Let's see. Is this a little bit better?
Yeah, it's a little light.
Okay. Well, maybe, I'm sorry. I'll add some real natural light.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the natural.
There we go. So yes, in February of this year, just a lot was going on. I had lost my mother in November. I was just going.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, going through a lot of things, transitioning wise, and just my spirit was like, you could do this full time. You could really shift perspective. You could change the way people see the sanitation industry. I was just praying and meditating. I was like, you know what? February 9th, I was like, you know what? I'm a bet on me.
Mm-hmm.
Trust God, and I'm just going to do your fave trash man full time. And I'm just going to, do this thing until the wheels fall off. And
right.
I resigned February 9th. And since then, I've hosted a slew, as I say, of cleanups. I just did some numbers for you guys. And I've picked up over 110 tons of trash so far this year.
Wow.
Nice. If you combine all the weight slips from my first cleanup in January, mm-hmm. State Rep Jared Solomon, to my last one, is a little bit over 110 tons of trash that I've picked up through my efforts with the neighborhood cleanup. So nice. Being encouraged, and I just want to shift the narrative that Philadelphia is the dirtiest city in America. So that's right. That's my main goal right now, is to get Philadelphia to zero litter by 2025.
And that's crazy you just said that, because I was actually going to just talk about that. I read that in the Forbes last year about us being ranked the dirtiest city in America. I don't know if a lot of Philadelphians know that, but the Forbes magazine rated us the dirtiest in America. And that's just crazy, And so listen, congrats to you on that. Just for that mission, you know, and taking that into your own hands and understanding how important that is for the environment, as Philadelphians, as everything, you know, just everything that you've done, man. We definitely appreciate that. So, thanks again, man.
This city is the greatest city that to live in. I mean, so
Right.
so much culture, so much history, so much art, and it's just, you know, we just have to do our part to keep it clean.
Exactly. So, knowing all of this and hearing all of that, reading about us being the dirtiest city in America and all that, what made you come up with the concept of glitter? Because it's not just a concept of, okay, we're just going to pick up trash. It's the way I looked at it and the way I read about it is it's from the community up versus sanitation department down. What made you come up with this concept?
So I got to give credit to my business partner, Morgan Berman, who is the CEO of Milk Crate. She's been with this app for 2 years.
Wow.
Since 2018. Repeatedly trying to get support from the city, trying to get support from the streets department. And last year, she actually got on the budget. And when it hit the desk of the streets department, they vetoed it. They didn't want to be a part of it. Yep, they told her no. So this year, I guess with with my brand building and in my platform, she was like, "Hey, I'm working on this app. I'm trying to clean the city." And it was funny because every 4 months, my manager and we whiteboard. One of the things I whiteboarded in January was your fave Trashman app. So when she hit me up in April, I was like, "Okay, Jesus, I see you. All right, you write it down, make it plain, right?" April, she literally inboxed me and was like, "Hey, can I meet with you? I'm doing this app, doing this." And then from the end of April till now, we've just been hustling. We've been grinding. Me and Morgan probably talk to each other at least 6 hours a day when it comes to the app, because we want it to be the best user experience, but we want it the most effective.
Did you get community input on that as far as, the pay, like, how did that go?
Yep, she did surveys for 3 months on just surveying people. I put out surveys on my social media. People answered. We had websites, everything. So cause that's how we came up, like how much we're going to pay people. Was we took the average of over 100 surveys of how much people want to get paid to clean.
Right. I think for me that's really where it comes in, that because it's like, not only we're providing a solution to some of this, to some of this trash issues in our city, but it's also making it and including community members and also including amenities where they can get paid. I just think that the three of those things together, I think it's a great.
And it's even deeper than that for me, because what's the #1 issue in Philly right now? Gun violence.
Gun violence, right.
This app, I can go into those 14 zip codes that have the highest gun violence and say, "Hey, there's an app that I came up with that if you download it, you could make $500 a month right now. No background check, no drug test. Listen, I just need you to keep your neighborhood clean.
Right.
If you keep your neighborhood clean once a week, every month, you can make up to $500 cleaning 5 blocks. That we cap it at like 5 blocks. But imagine what that does to somebody. I like to say the reason gun violence is so high right now is because a lot of Philadelphians are in survival mode.
Right.
The app gives people opportunity to go into thrival mode.
Exactly.
Once you get somebody in thrival mode, you shift their perspective. You shift their expectation. You just, it's just like, okay, wait a minute. There's actually something. There's another option.
Exactly, options. So the Eagles fan 1-1 is asking, once we talk about the name of the app, and it was another question there, how can they sign up?
Okay, so the name of the app is called Glitter Zero Litter. It's live in the iPhone store. It's live in the Android store. You just write Glitter Zero Litter, and once you download it, there's these, we worked so hard on the design, user friendly. You can sign your block up to be clean. You can apply to be a cleaner. We have over 300 applications for cleaners
already.
I'm elated when I tell you I'm excited that I get to hire 300 people. Yep, Glitter Zero Litter. Yep, I get to hire 300 people, and I get to attack this litter epidemic that we're going through. I wake up with such energy every morning. Just meeting with you, knowing that I was going to talk to you about glitter today, and it's so exciting because what's going to happen is once the litter is attacked and it starts, to dwindle and we start to eradicate it, we then can really address other issues in these neighborhoods, in these communities, because we use the beautification of these neighborhoods as a crutch to so we don't, pump resources into them. I've heard people say, why give this community any money if they don't even care about themselves? And what I say is, well, it's hard to care about, the beautification of your neighborhood when you don't know where your next meal's coming from. When you live in paycheck, where you don't know if you're going to be able to pay your rent. So why us who have the means go in and clean the neighborhood, do some food drives, do some, community events, and, build morale in this community, and then give them the confidence to survive on their own, and give them the confidence to just have other options.
Right. And what you're doing is you're changing culture. You're saying this was the culture before, but now we're trying to build new culture in these communities. So this app is kind of, like you said, it's kind of like the bridge to so many different other issues that, it starts with trash. People look and think, oh, what's this trash pickup? But no, it's really more than that. So I'm glad you got into it in more detail and fleshed out what that really means and what it can mean to a community. So again, appreciate that. So I have another question because another event, another group out there called I Love Thy Hood. Now, what's the between the deal with like Glitter app and I Love Thy Hood? Like, is there any collaboration there? What's the similarity? How is it different?
So we're working on something right now. Me and I've known Matt since I started. We've talked a couple of times. Matt has the orange trash cans, and a community or a neighborhood can purchase the trash can, and it'll be set on their corner, and then somebody has to take responsibility to change the bag out, on trash day and put the. So it only makes sense that if we're going to be cleaning the blocks consistently once a week, that if we add a trash can, we then make the job easier for the cleaner, where it's not they're coming to this. The idea is that by the end of the month, there's like 2 paper cups and a plastic bag. We don't want the same amount of trash every week. That means we're not doing the litter should actually start to dwindle. It should start to decrease, because then also when you see somebody out there in a glitter vest or our glitter uniform cleaning every week, you then might have a bit more respect. Go, hey, I'm actually not going to throw this on the ground, because there's a human being that comes every week and cleans my block. And I didn't ask for them to be here. They're just here. So let me, but then you have that trash can on the corner. It's like, okay, boom, there we go. Put trash can right there.
Right. So again, you talk about so many different layers to this, trash app, right? As people will say, but it's so much more. So I read that you had 16 blocks that you were going to cover. Since then, have you added any more blocks, or like what's that forecast look like?
Yeah, so we have 16 blocks that are being sponsored right now, and we have a few single block subscriptions. We're just we're just testing it out to see. If I'm gonna be transparent, I've been the only one cleaning right now, so I've been going to the other subscriptions and actually cleaning once a week. So I say I'm ready to hire somebody. I'm ready, but we're just testing it out. I use the app. I submit the pictures. I report that I'm done. I check in, because there's a whole system. You get there, you check in. There's a GPS stamp, a time stamp, and you.
Really?
Yep. Because we're smart. We don't want somebody to be like, oh, I'm checking in, and your block is in Philly, but you in South Philly at home. So let us know where you are, what time, and you have to submit a picture of what the block looks like before and what the block looks like after. It's accountability, building discipline, building habits, building routines, and then they let me know that it's ready for a pickup, and then we get because we don't leave the bags there. The bags that they create 2 bags of litter off your block. In 24 hours, the bags are gone. They sit them on the corner. In 24 hours, I'll have somebody come pick them up.
And that's still independent to the sanitation department.
Yeah, that's still independent. So the streets department wants nothing to do with this. They absolutely. I mean, we could talk offline, but
an
email from Carlton Williams saying, "Don't ask me about this no more. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no." So
Wow.
more like, hey, we're gonna just rock out. The
Yeah.
city needs this. I want to do this. So that's why we have corporate sponsors. We have, ShopRite. We got Comcast, Sierra Initiative of the Rounds, Craft Holding. We have, some citizens that have actually this. We had a random guy give $5,000 and said, "I just want however many blocks this covers in Kensington, that's what you use it for."
Wow. Nice.
So it's getting out there. I'm trying to get more press about it, get more people to know about it. So again, the name of the app is called Glitter Zero Litter. Everybody's like, "What's the name? What's the name?"
Yeah, you got to keep saying it. Keep saying it.
So it's Glitter Zero Litter in both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store.
Also, the question is, will it be expanding to the Northeast?
So that's the goal, is to hit the whole entire city.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to hit the whole entire city. So here's the thing. I told you we have 300 applicants, right?
Right.
We only had 50 people sign up for their blocks.
Mm.
And out of the 50 people that said, "I need my block clean," no one has subscribed or paid. So, you got 50 potential workers. You got more than 50 potential workers.
Right.
We have to figure out on our end, how do we convert those interests into actual paying dollars? So we're actually reaching back out to them like, "Hey, you said you wanted your block to be clean," and then like we doing all the work. I've never pitched something so hard, and I mean every week I'm doing about 5 pitches. Morgan is pitching civic associations, seeing if civic associations will adopt this.
Right.
I feel like this is the way we shift the litter issue here in Philadelphia, because obviously, and I'm not, nothing against Carlton Williams. He may be the nicest guy in the world, but he's just not adequate at his job.
Right.
And that's
essentially, we've been thinking, well, most Philadelphians probably been thinking like they probably need a total rehaul down there at the sanitation department.
Okay.
Like, I mean, like, come on.
For sure. I agree with it. I agree with it. I said in my op-ed, it's about leadership. It's about the mindset of leadership. Leadership, you can only go as far as leadership. And if leadership is stuck in the 70s, then our trash issues is going to be stuck in the 70s.
Right.
So, and I feel if somebody don't do for you, you do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I know I trust me enough, I trust Morgan enough, and I trust Philadelphia enough to want to be a part of this, to want to download Glitter, to want to just, get in the movement, get in the mix, and start the movement of just cleaning our, like, my kids play a game and it irritates me so bad. When we walk anywhere, they play a game where they say, "Let's see who finds their favorite potato chip bag first."
Really?
Why is that a game? What game?
Right.
Not, let's identify these different types of trees.
Right.
Let's identify these different types of flowers. Let's name all the block. No, it's who can find their favorite potato chip bag on the ground first.
On the ground, yeah, and they're finding them so quick.
Before we get off the block.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
wow.
I want my kids, I want to leave my kids a city they can be proud of.
Exactly.
One of the last things my mom said to me was, she's so sick and tired of the older generation saying, "It's on the next generation. It's on the next generation." I'm not going to be somebody like that. I'm going to fix it now and then empower the next generation to improve upon.
Right. You can hand it over to them to make the improvements. Right. So that kind of leads to my next question when I was thinking about that. Not only, of course, we rely on government officials and city officials to do the things that they need to do as far as with a city, but also culturally and in the communities, we also need to hold ourselves accountable as well. That's why I really love the concept of that, because now that's what you're doing. You're trying to put everybody in a position to hold themselves accountable and also get a check for it, but hold themselves accountable in their communities by keeping it clean.
Right. I mean, I'm never going to blame any entity for this issue. What I blame is that we've normalized it. We've normalized living in a dirty city. Now being a little bit older and being able to travel now, we the only ones like this. Philly is a unicorn in this space. Like I've been to, I went to Austin, and I went live down there. I went searching for trash. I'm talking in the parks, behind restaurants. Like I know there's probably gonna call the cops on me because like, it's this walking around the back of restaurants. I went looking for litter, could not find it.
That's crazy.
Could not find it. My mind was blown.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. You know, it really is. So again, like I kudos to you for coming up with this concept, and you and Morgan coming up with this concept and putting in the work. Like, how are you mentally, though, as far as, you know, dealing with the death of your mother, having this huge mission going on? Like, how are you dealing with all this in addition to doing the actual cleaning now until you can ramp up everything? Like, how are you holding out?
I'm actually really good. I have an amazing support system and my family and friends. My kids keep me going every single day. Just, you know, when I get them on weekends, you're like, Daddy, we saw your commercial again, or Daddy, you got to clean up. Like they've come to a few cleanups. Me and my mom was my best friend.
Mm.
If I couldn't give that title to anybody else,
Right.
She literally was my best friend, and her forethought, the way she would think forward. I'm just starting to reap the benefits of it now. Like the things that she put in place, like honestly, like be transparent, like some things financially, she's passed in November and things are still coming. You know, just some of the things she used to say to me all the time, now that she's gone, they make sense.
Right.
So I'm really at peace. And I know that she's forever rooting for your fave Trashman, because that was like her biggest, like all of 2020. Everything on her Facebook was my son, your fave Trashman, my son, your fave. I'm so. She came to the. I had a Labor Day rally last year, and in the front row with a 19-inch iPad, not knowing how to work it. My mom's. Those are the memories that I hold on to. But what really keeps me going is the assignment that she gave. Right. The assignment of fixing it and having my kids grow up in a better city. It fills me with peace. It fills me with joy, and it helps me get out of bed every morning. You know, I get awards, and I got a congressional citation from Brendan Boyle and stuff. And those moments, I wish I could just take a picture with her, but I'm watching over. I know she's,
looking down at it.
Yeah, your favorite Trashman has been so blessed. I've literally been so blessed. So somebody said to me the other day, and it like clicked for me. July 4th, 2020, I did a double shift. Sanitation, worker. Like I worked 12 hours on the holiday, throwing bags in. July 4th this year, I got to enjoy it on the south lawn of the White House. So in under a year, my whole life
changed,
and I'm truly blessed. And I owe it to myself, I owe it to the city, and I owe it to my mom to use my platform and use my my brand to bless other people and to clean the city. And because there may be a little girl, a little boy, maybe not be your fave Trashman, but maybe your fave dentist, but they don't have resources. And so that's one of the reasons why I started my nonprofit. It's called Trash to Treasure. And through trash, I found the treasure inside of me. I found my purpose. I'll be 32 September 3rd. It took me 31 years to find my purpose. So let me help somebody find theirs at 16. Imagine somebody might cure cancer at that point. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where my mental is, and that's where my whole spirituality is. And I hold on to my faith. I talk to my pastor all the time, and I mean, it's just evident, that your fave Trashman was a divine thing, and I'm not gonna drop the ball on the assignment.
That's right. Bless you for that. So for all the followers that jumped on right now, this is your fave Trashman. We're talking about his new app, Glitter. We're just kind of getting a little bit of insight on where he's at and what made him come up with the app, and him and his partner, Morgan. Also, if you have any questions, drop them on, put them in the chat. We can ask him anything you like. So just again, make sure you put the answers or questions, in the chat, and we can talk. We can make sure we share it with him. Also, so my last question before we wrap this up, I really want to know, when you say your plan is to get to the 0 litter by the end of 2025, what does that look like?
So it looks like every single Philadelphian downloading glitter, right?
Right.
Using the app to there's a little bit over 20,000 blocks, residential blocks here in Philadelphia. So we're going to use the app to make sure that there's a cleaner on every single block. So we take one cleaner for every block. That's 20,000 people with a part-time job, right? So if we consistently clean the block once a week for the next year and a half, we could almost eliminate litter, because the hopes is that while we consistently clean, we can change mindsets, we consistently change perspectives, we come up with new systems, other people get involved, we start getting more funding, this happens, and it keeps building where that, you know, Philadelphia is now known to have the coolest app in America. That's what Forbes would be saying. Forbes,
yeah, we're the cleanest city in America.
That's my goal. In 2025, I want Philadelphia to write a letter to Forbes and say, come look at us now. Come check us out. Come see us now. Come see me now. You know, come now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then I'll give you a breaking news then. How about that? Because
give me that. Let me get that. Definitely want to talk about that.
I am 95% sure I figured out how to stop illegal dumping.
Really?
Really.
Now, figured out, or like you think you really actually had the solution to?
I actually have the solution. I have the business model. I'm actually having some meetings now to just check my numbers and to check my theories. But come November, mark my words, come November, there's gonna be a nice little swing of things.
Wow.
And Philly.
So we're gonna leave it there.
Yep.
Because make sure when that does, make sure you jump on Live at Lunch with me, and we can have a conversation about and break that down for our followers.
I promise. The Inquirer will be the first person to know. Yep, November 2021. November 2021. And I say I'm 95% sure, because I look at everything as systems.
Right.
And the system to illegal dumping, where the material comes from to how it gets to these vacant lots. And I think I've found it where I can intersect and shift the whole thing. Nice.
Well, there you have it, followers. That's the future of work and sanitation with your fave trash man. He's doing big things. Make sure you talk about the app again. Go ahead.
Oh, so, all right. So the name of the app is called Glitter. 0 Litter is that you can download it and the iOS store and the Google Play Store. Somebody dared me. Somebody said, put a date on it. So I'm going to say November 20th.
Okay. We're going to hold you to that. All right. Thank you for coming. Again, thank you for taking the time. I know you're an extremely busy man, for talking to our followers, giving us some insight on glitter and on what you see moving forward in the future. And there you go, have it, everyone. This is the future of work and sanitation with your fave trash man. We see you next week and next time when we have our next Live at Lunch. Take it easy, man.
My manager's cousin just got on. So shout out to my manager.
Shout him out.
She got people in Maryland following me.
Okay. All right. Make sure y'all keep following your fave trash man, y'all. All right, y'all. Take it easy then.
All right, D. Enjoy the day, baby.
All right now.